Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is super exciting because I'm actually going to be doing a video about my must-have makeup products in my personal freelance makeup kit. It's going to be products that I love and reach for every single time I do a makeup application, and products that I will or already have most likely repurchased, and these are just my recommendations for you. This video is actually extra special because I'm filming it in collaboration with 4 other amazing makeup artists here on YouTube: Julie, Justine, Giselle, and McKenna. They're incredible artists and they all have YouTube channels, so it's super exciting for you guys because you get to see that much more makeup artist content. So they will be filming a video just like this one mentioning their favorite products and their freelance makeup kits. So after you watch this video, definitely go to their channels and watch their videos. I think it's going to be helpful for all of us. I'm definitely going to link all of their channels down below along with a link to their specific video. I'm super excited to watch their videos because I don't know what products they've picked, so I'm definitely very curious. But I'm gonna get started and share with you guys my favorite makeup products in my freelance kit. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with skin. My most used product whenever I am prepping the skin is of course the Embryolisse Multifunction Cream. This is a great product. You can see how much I've used up of this. I use this on every single skin type from dry to combination to oily. It is an amazing product because it hydrates the skin a lot and also acts like a primer as well. Oftentimes I don't even use a primer when I use this. Unless my client has oily skin or larger pores, then I'll use a pore filling primer. But this is a product I cannot live without. I've repurchased so many of these I can't even count. On the back it actually says it's a moisturizer, makeup primer, and a moisturizing mask, multifunction for all skin types. So I really love that product for that specific reason, to just really hydrate the skin. If you notice your client has any like dry patches or eczema or anything like that, this is really incredible to put first thing on your client's skin. So while you're doing the eyes, for example, or the eyebrows, this really gets the chance to soak in, and I find the foundation looks so beautiful on top of this. So I just had to mention this one because I use it all the time. The next product I want to mention is actually a cream contour. This is from Kiko Milano. This is the Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. This product is really popular in Europe, and a lot of European makeup artists that I follow use this often. So that's how I found out about it. You can actually get this on Amazon. It's really inexpensive, but what I love about this particular product is the blendability, and this specific one is the color of it. The one I have is in 201. I think they only have like 2 on Amazon, but I'm gonna swatch it for you guys so you can see. So it's literally like a stick like this. I'm actually running low. This is like as much as it will come out, so I have to grab a nude one, but I'm gonna swatch it for you guys so you can see the shade here. So lately I've been so into cream contour and cream blushes, and this is the one that I've been reaching for the most whenever I'm doing like foundation. I'll first apply this on either the back of my hand or on my palette, and I will pick it up with my brush and then gently kind of dab it into the skin to contour the face. I love the color that it gives. You have to be careful because sometimes it can be a little bit ashy. Again, it depends on the shade you're gonna use, but I feel like this is the one that I use the most for like light to medium skin tones. It works really well. I love the shadow it gives, and then after I blend it out with blush and everything like that, and after powder, I'll usually go in with a little bit of like bronzer to just kind of warm up the face. So I'll just contour with this as a cream, and then at the end of the makeup I'll usually go in with a little bit of bronzer. But again, this is a really inexpensive product, and for what it is and the way that it works, I really love it a lot, and I just don't see a lot of people talking about it, so I highly recommend you guys check this one out. Next thing I have to share with you guys are my 2 favorite blushes. I couldn't pick just one. I had to pick both of them because I actually use them in combination, and it is these 2 blushes here. The first one is from Laura Mercier in the color Ginger, and then we have of course the Dior Backstage blush in the color 001 Pink. So I'm going to talk about Laura Mercier first. As I said, this one is in the color Ginger. This is what it looks like. You can see it's a very interesting blush color. It's like a peachy nude color, but I love how like toned down it is, and I feel like it complements so many skin tones. And Laura Mercier blushes, it's honestly like one of the smoothest cutest formulas I've ever used. I really, really love her blushes. I want to buy all of them, but I'm trying to be smart about it and just use up what I have a little bit first. But this particular one, this color in specific, I really love combining with the Dior Pinky blush. So what I'll do is I'll apply a little bit of this. So normally after I'll contour, I'll apply a little bit of this kind of towards the temples. Obviously depends on the shape of the face, but I'll apply a little bit of this one, and then following that on top, I will do the lightest dusting of the Dior Pink blush. Then I'll take this one and I'll apply a little bit of this just on the apples of the cheek and kind of blending it into the other blush and into the contour. And these two together just give like the most beautiful glow, like a healthy, youthful look and glow from within. I can't really describe it. This is what they look like side by side, but as you guys I'm sure know, Dior obviously doesn't look like this how it does in the packaging. It's not that neon, it's more like natural pink color. But these two together, I don't really like to use them, one of them by themselves. I have to mix them together. I just think together they give the most beautiful combination on the cheeks. It's just something I've been doing non-stop the last like few months, and I really love it. Every time I've done a makeup application lately, I literally keep reaching for these every time. I just think it looks so pretty. Let me show you the Dior one close up. Tone down the brightness so you guys can see, and let's swatch it so you can tell. See, it's not as scary. It just gives the most beautiful like soft pink color. It doesn't even swatch fully on the back of my hand, but the ginger one is here and this is the Dior. And together they're just like a dream combo. Look how pretty they look. I don't know, I'm just obsessed. You have to try these and let me know what you think. Now let's move on to highlight. I mean, I have to mention this product because I've only repurchased it like 3 or 4 times, and it's the Dior highlight in the color 001 Universal. My last one, I've made dents in these too and a little bit in this one not so much, but I like Dior highlighters in particular because I feel like, again, it gives a glow from within. These highlighters don't have like that chunky glitter look or feel, and I use like a flat shader brush almost to apply the highlight, so it kind of buffs it into the skin, so when you look to the side it gives like the most beautiful like soft polished glow almost. And I've only been able to achieve that with this highlight in particular, like this formula. I have the other shades of this highlighter, but this particular one is just so beautiful, especially when you have clients that are really, really light skinned. I feel like this light one here is really beautiful, and I'll usually mix the two here for a highlight. Let me swatch it for you guys. I ended up swatching all of them, but you can see here these shades on my fingertips. They're just they just look very smooth, you know? Let me see how I can... So the next product I have is my Holy Grail powder, my one and only that I've repurchased multiple times. That is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders. They look like this. The one I use the most is in the color Pound Cake. I love this powder to pieces. I feel like it is one of the most smoothing, blurring, and long-lasting powders on the market. I've used so many. There are definitely some good ones out there for sure, but this one is just one that I feel like I keep on wanting to use over and over again. I've used One Size, I've used Givenchy, I've used Laura Mercier. Of course, they're all good, but I feel like this, something about this powder in particular is, in my personal opinion, the best. I love to use it with a powder puff to blur out the pores. It works amazing. It's also very brightening. They have like a cherry one. You could use that under the eyes for some brightening effect. In general, I've baked with this, I've lightly set the face with this, and it looks just so beautiful and so flawless on the skin, and it makes the makeup last incredibly long. And not to mention, this powder also smells super good. I had to mention this because every single makeup application I do, I use this powder. Next, I have some fun eyeshadow toppers I want to mention for you guys. So almost every time when a client asks me for a little bit of shimmer or glitter or pretty sparkle on the eyes, I almost always reach for the Artist Couture glitter toppers. Actually, on the back it's called Diamond Lights Finisher. The sad part is, however, from what I know, is that they are discontinuing these. So I have here Spotlight Glitz, Golden Hour, and Diamond Bronze. And as I mentioned, they are from from Artist Couture. I haven't been able to find them on the Sephora website. I don't know if they're available online. If they are, I will find them. But I have a little dupe I'll share with you guys in a minute. But these are the shades that I have. My favorite and most used one is the Spotlight Glitz. The Spotlight Glitz is like a beautiful pearlescent pinky champagne color. Such a beautiful color for brides. And then I also really love Golden Hour. This one is more like a champagne gold color. And then lastly, I have the Diamond Bronze, but I don't use that one as often, but I'll still show it to you guys. And this is the Diamond Bronze. It's so beautiful. I have to swatch it for you because it's a little bit hard to explain. The sparkle they give, you know, sometimes when you see those like Instagram photos or you see someone's makeup and when they look down, they have like the most beautiful like sparkly lid. For me, like every time I post a photo of someone like with this and they're looking down, I always get questions what is on their eyes, and it's most likely these. Okay, so then we have Golden Hour, you can't really see it, and then Spotlight Glitz. How do I, oh, you can see right there. And I have, so this is Spotlight Glitz. You can see it here, how sparkly it is on my finger. And I have it swatched right here. You see they're almost like they're translucent, so that's why I like to gently tap them on the lid just for that extra sparkle. They're just so beautiful as toppers. If you're finished with the eyeshadow look and you want like an extra oomph of like sparkle or something like that, these are so good. But as I said, I think they're getting discontinued. So when I couldn't find them on the Sephora website, I started to look for alternatives, and that is when I found the Inglot pigments. So I have this here. This is number 115 Pure Pigment eyeshadow from Inglot. So it was super exciting because these are also amazing, and this particular one, as I said, is in the color 115, and I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. And this is like the most beautiful like iridescent like pearl color with a hint of pink. And these are, however, a little bit more, actually a lot more pigmented than the Artist Couture. This is what it looks like on my finger. I just picked it up. We're gonna swatch it. When you rub it in with your finger like this, it's like a foil. So that's why I like to gently just dab whenever you're done with the makeup, and it gives like that translucent pearly finish. But you can see like how insanely pigmented that is, and I feel like this screams like bride. You can see how sparkly that is. I don't know, I think it's so pretty. They look incredible in photos, and if you have someone that is asking for like a really beautiful sparkle on the eyes, these are so nice. And Inglot has literally so many colors, from like neon yellow to blue to red to green to like colors like this that are more toned down and like bridal. For me, it's a must-have because it is not often that the pressed eyeshadows can give that same look that I'm looking for, so that is when I always reach for pigments like that. And the last product I want to share with you guys is actually a brow powder. It is my go-to almost every single application. I feel like it is the most universal color, and it is from Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo in the color Soft Brown. This is so good. You can see like how used and beat up this one is, but I truly prefer a brow powder instead of a pencil, and this is what I reach for almost all of the time. I think it gives the most beautiful soft look to the brows, and you can also make it really precise, especially when you go in with concealer kind of like underneath the brow. You can still create that sharp brow, but I feel, for me personally, I really prefer the powder brows rather than using a pencil, and this is just something that I've repurchased over and over again, and I still have a few backups in my drawer. I love it. I had to mention it. I use it every time. So that is it, you guys, for today's video. I hope it was interesting and helpful for you. Don't forget to check out the rest of the videos from the other makeup artists here on YouTube. Everything is going to be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.